slow and steady, but oh, the 5 reaps. Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to do something probably a bit obnoxious right now, but actually super fun as well. So we're going to be going for a rapid fire Tormin. Okay, we're going to be building out Tormin teams which blow your mind, which absolutely take you to the next level. And I've got to say, like, a lot of people will be in the hunt right now. They're in the hunt for Tormin. I'm very fortunate. I've already got the fella, so I'm not anywhere near as concerned about this stuff, which is good because they've not made it that easy so far, right? I don't know. Just give me a gauge of how you're feeling about the Yuletide Titan event. I'll tell you right now, for me, I missed the first summon weekend because I was like, I probably don't really fancy Tormin. I've got him already. And then when I've seen my account and realized I've already got a few copies of him, I actually would have quite liked him. But I kind of don't know where I'm at in terms of, with the amount of points coming out through these events, am I still in the hunt or not? Like, do I still have enough points that I could earn or not? And I don't know the answer. Because of that, I've kind of switched off. But anyway, loads of people will be in the hunt. It's not super easy. It's kind of like a long-term fusion that's going on, you know, in terms of having to do the summers, having to do the different events. But there will be plenty of people that are doing it. So I'm just going to call this out. I've seen a lot of people mention this already, but I will call it out as well. These points for Arena, where you have to use a Shadowkin team, it's quite tough for a lot of players. And it would be quite nice of you fellas, I'm seeing a lot of people doing it, if you could just go in there for your teams just for the next 2 days and give them a juicy snack of maybe just like a 1 champion defense. That would be beautiful. Just help people out, because you don't want to be kind of like holding people up for something so silly. Anyway, let's go on to this. So what we're going to do, we're going to empower Tormin. So I've already got a full faction Guardians. I used to have Tormin in here. I've moved him out, and we're going to be giving Tormin the treatment, the full bean treatment of empowering +2. As I said, like, I could get +3 if I carried on with this event, but I don't know where I'm at. And the +4 is where it gets juicy for damage. But still, +2 is quite nice because I get extra speed, I get extra defense, and a bit of extra accuracy as well. So first thing he gets is the +2 full bean treatment. Then we're going to use the optimizer to turn him into an absolute beast. And then we're going to pair him with his best friends. Okay, let me talk you through why he needs some best friends. Like, let's go through his kit quickly, because Tormin's actually like an unsung hero in this game. People don't realize, other than the fact that he can freeze when, you know, Arbiter has her turn and stuff. In the arena, that's super annoying. You're kind of like locking out certain enemies. That's all cool, right? That's one way to play Tormin. But what people don't really get is that his kit is extremely good if you've got freeze and HP burn out there. So his A1 instantly activates if there is a freeze and HP burn, and you've got a chance to apply more freezes with this as well. His A2 will ignore defense if the target's under freeze and burn. This hits really hard if you're ignoring all of the defense. Yeah, so this is super cool as well. And then his A3 is an AoE hit, which hits pretty hard. Not crazy hard, but pretty hard. Puts block buffs out there, heal reduction out there if they're under freeze. Chance to put provoke out there if they're not under freeze. So we won't be doing that because everyone's going to be frozen in my teams. And decreases the cooldown of a random skill of each ally by 1 turn for every enemy attacked under freeze and burn. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to bring in burners and freezers faster than the Tormin. Get the A1 popping off. We're going to be only activating their skills that do the freeze or burn, so that we guarantee the random reduction of skill to go into those skills. And we're just going to be chain freezing, chain burning I'm going to show you how to beat some of the high levels of Doom Tower with this. Probably plus some other stuff. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we're going to have some fun with it. But the first thing we're going to do is open up the old optimizer and give him a juicy build. So let's find him. Tormin. Let's just do a quick refresh to make sure they know that he's +2. There he is. Okay. So I'm going to go into optimize. I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing here. It's easy. Okay. It's easy because all we want is damage. Yeah. So if you're using the optimizer for a damage build, this is how I suggest you do it. Click damage. Yeah. You can then go through the stuff you want. The thing that's important for me is I want to get to my stats and I just want a minimum speed. Let's call it. I guess I want to go quite quick to get his abilities away, but his A1 is going to be doing a lot of the work because his A1 auto triggers. But we're going to go 200 speed. I probably want a couple of hundred accuracy, but I reckon I just get that anyway, so I'm going to leave that blank. You might, if you want him to freeze as well, you definitely want to put a couple of hundred accuracy here. Other than that, it's kind of good. I think that's kind of all I want. Maybe I will leave that there. Anything else I care about, I could tell it that I'm going to give him some defensive glyphs. I've got some +4s. And I've got some like +7 accuracy glyphs. So I could do that. I'm a bit short on speed glyphs, so we'll leave that empty. I think that's all I need to tell it, really. Like, I could tell it, give me a certain set. Yeah, but I don't really need to. There's no point in putting Frost Gear on because he's not going to be taking the hits. There's no point in putting Savage Gear on because it's going to find me Savage Gear anyway. If it's the best damage gear that I'm going to get. The only thing I might be interested in doing, I guess, is I could go for like refresh accessories. But I think we're just going to go full damage. I think we're just going to get the full damage optimization done. So let's see what we get. So for those who haven't seen the optimizer, what this is doing is it's looking through my gear right now. It's looking at gear on champions that I own. And it's saying, right, well, here are some builds that you can achieve. Yeah, based on champions that you own, based on the gear that you've got on your account. It's actually got like a cost to change the gear over. So a silver cost in here now. It's quite a new addition. And yeah, it'll give me like a bunch of stats across the board. It can also show the differences from my current build. So this is going to give me, in terms of EHP, it's going to give me 8%. But in terms of damage, I'm getting more defense and more crit damage than what I've got right now. Quite a lot more defense, honestly. So it's going to be pretty juicy. And if I'm kind of happy with what I see here, I literally just hit pause and it will show me the kind of breakdown. So I go into skills and I'm getting a 61% damage gain from this change of build for option 1. Let's just see where it's all coming from. Oh, it's lethal. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so I'm not even taking from my big hitters. If I just zoom out a touch, so you can see it. Shows me where the gear sits on my account right now. And none of these people I'm using in any content. This is actually perfect. I'm losing a bit of survivability, but I'm gaining a whopping amount of damage. So we're going to throw this gear on, and then I'll show you how the rest of my team are built as well. Okay, we have got ourselves a Tormin the Cold. He's only got a 1-star blessing, so that's letting him down a bit in terms of stats. But otherwise, he's looking pretty juicy. 6.7k defense, 277 crit damage. Got enough accuracy to land most things here. We've got good enough speed to get going. 100% crits. I do have Helm Smash on him and some damage masteries as well. And yeah, he's kind of like ready to set himself loose. We've got these gloves with a juicy amount of crit damage on them. They don't give us much else, honestly, other than crit damage and some speed to get the speed going. But why not? We've got this chest with defense and defense percent. We could add a little bit more speed there as well. Looking pretty nice. We've got defense boots with a decent amount of crit rate, crit damage on. 2 rare pieces, but no. Yeah, 2 rare pieces. We've got a pretty sweet weapon here. An absolutely colossal helm. Look at this helm. In fact, worthy of a better glyph. Worthy of a better one. Let's give him a bit more HP as well. Why not? And we have got a shield here with a healthy 26% defense on it. So that's looking pretty solid. He is ready to absolutely annihilate. Not far off 7k defense. So who else is coming into the team then? A couple of cheeky little fellas coming in. I've got 3 epics and 1 other legendary I'm going to bring in. I'd say relatively accessible champions. Achak. Oh, he is literally Tormin's best friend. Okay, absolutely insane champion for Tormin. Why is that? He's bringing a freeze in 99% of the situation because he does it on enemies that have got high attack. Even defensive units, generally in this game, when they're PvE, have got high base attack. So he's going to freeze most of our enemies. He's going to give us this buff, but I think, honestly, we just leave this off. I think we leave this off and we just make him do his A3 as often as possible. And then we're going to have ourselves some healing every time a burn ticks and some turn meter fill every time a freeze ticks. Can you believe that? What a combo. Absolutely insane combo. I'm also going to be bringing in the Mordecai. So these heroes, they've got nothing going on other than some speed and some accuracy. Speed and accuracy, yeah. Mordecai, we're just going to be going burn, burn, burn. Because he's going to also help us with the Achak passive. And he's going to help us with the Tormin enabling. Okay, so 2 epics there. The other epic I thought I'd bring in, I don't know if we're going to need him, honestly, but I was thinking Creodan for the extra freeze. So we've got now 2 freeze champions and 2 burners. And the more I'm thinking of it, though, I kind of want an increased defense champion because the other one I was going to bring was Artak. So my Artak, obviously, he's a burner, does a lot of damage as well. But I do kind of want an increased defense champ. So maybe I ditch one of them. Maybe I ditch Creodan because I should get loads of freezes out, honestly, and bring an increased defense champion. Could bring someone like a Sifi. Or the other thing which would be kind of cool is to bring increased defense and decreased defense on them. Because that way I can absolutely nuke. Who's doing that for me? Who's doing both of those things? Anyone? He's giving me increased defense just for himself. I might have to bring 2 different champions. I might ditch Artak, ditch Creodan, and bring in a drop defense and bring in an increased defense. Okay, so I guess we've got a few options of what we can do. Maybe I bring Lydia in for like drop defense and weaken just to show some damage potential. And we bring in someone like, I don't know, maybe like someone like an Asala for some increased defense. So let's go for, where should we take him? Let's go for like a normal 25. Which team can I just remove? What was this for? What is this team? That might be my Ice Golem team I did the other day. Okay, so we're going to put him in there for his increased defense. Let's get Lydia in there for a drop defense. And maybe we bring Artak. Want Artak here? Probably not here. Just trying to bring in the kind of like freezy crew. Freeze and burns. And then someone for increased defense. I do have to be a bit careful on this level because the Ice Golem is a nasty fella, but maybe something like this. And then I just want to make sure that someone like Achak, I'm getting mixed between Artak and Achak right now, is doing his Frost Fire Gale, but not using this. Same here. So that he always gets a cooldown on the freeze. And then actually on the boss, we do want him to give us the strength. So that will change. Same sort of thing here on the waves. Give us your burn. Don't give us your turn meter. From Mordecai. Probably all the way, honestly. His turn meter boost is a bit useless. Maybe it pushes back the enemy. Maybe it's not so bad on the boss. And then Asala, I want to use your increased defense when we can. And then on the boss, I actually do want your decreased attack. Just hold. Lydia, do what you want to do. Maybe just don't use this through the waves. That way we get the cooldowns on the skills we want. And Tormin, use your A3 when you can so that we get reduced cooldowns on our team. Okay. Let's see how we get on. Level 25, Ice Golem. First test for the team, for the squad. Drop defense has gone out mainly everywhere. Freeze just about everywhere. Burns. Every time they try and take a turn right now, we will basically land an A1. Every time they try and have a go. Tormin's like that. See ya. Who's next? Who's next on the list? See ya. Oh, we're going to go in there and give them a crush. 200k in the face. And then we get the rotation really quick as well on our abilities because of what we've done. Probably should have just opened, actually, and then turned it off. Get even more abilities away. But here we go, because the burn's a little bit long on Mordecai. Do want the two of them going off. Drop in the hammer. Here comes the burn. Here comes the A1s. The minigun's going off. How you feeling, fellas? A bit cold, a bit chilly with all the freezes coming at you. It's a shame that we get reduced damage from freeze being out there, but literally, when this went into the game, this passive, it was way more broken than it is now, and it actually broke the game. You couldn't watch the screen. It was so laggy. It was like, what the hell is going on? Onto the boss then. I don't know if this is even going to work on the boss because the boss is going to be nasty. Strength is going to help us. Plus, in fact, this skill now is a perfect twist of skill from Achak, honestly. Not Achak. Yeah, Achak. Burns going off will give us some damage. And we hope that the Ice Golem does not slay the team because I don't really have any sort of healing. I didn't really think about healing and stuff like that. I was just all about the waves, honestly. Which means we need to kind of kill some of these side waves as quick as we can. I don't have a great way of staying alive. Tormin should pop back. That's all we need. Tormin, stay alive. Oh, it's nasty. Having one side ad's kind of good. We should get now the revive on a Salah because of Lydia's passive, I think. When he tries to do his next big hit. Yeah, there we go. Nice little 150k on the boss. Cheeky little bit of damage. How to beat Ice Golem with 0 healers in action. I'm not going to say it's clean, but it's kind of fun. Achak giving us... In fact, Achak is our healing, but against the boss, there is really no healing involved. Now we're in trouble. I think his passive should be back. Burn going off, so we should get some A1s away if they take turns, the side ads. Taking some smacks. But, I mean, honestly, level 25 without any sort of speed element, you know, it's just like all we're doing is basically utilizing the Tormin passive and some champions that work alongside him. Yeah, I tried on hard. Maybe I could do it if I changed like all the AI stuff because we're just not quick enough to get our abilities away. But I think let's try with the 25s. Let's try and keep it at a moderate level here. Level 25 stuff where we can actually do some sort of control to this boss. Drop defense and weaken. Don't really need that against Spider, but I just thought I'd use the same team. Freeze out there, burn out there. And every time a Spiderling takes a turn, I guess we're doing damage. We don't really want to do damage, honestly. This isn't the best strat for this, I'll be honest. Like, we want a weak Tormin, honestly. We just want the freeze and the burns. But as we're trying to show it in different places, we'll get this going. Boss will take a bit of a heal right now. But in terms of like someone trying to build their way through Spider, freeze plus burn together is actually like, you know, a genuine strat. It would be one of the better strats that you could do because you're not really taking any damage. Achak's giving you a ton of turn meter, and that works really nicely. A1 freeze away there. Got to wait for the cooldowns to come back. Lydia's the problem in this setup. Lydia putting the drop defense and weaken is our problem because we just do too much damage to these spiderlings. Mordecai's burn as well. It's on a longer cooldown than I thought. Feels like it's really long. Get your burn out there. Oh, annihilating him again. Mordecai letting us down there. I mean, there's no way I lose. We're too strong. Not a chance that I lose. We've got a few burns out there. We should get a freeze now. And every time they move, we A1 and annihilate. Maybe this strat might actually just work better on hard. But on hard, the boss is doing colossal damage. So you don't really want the boss taking that many turns. Look at the damage he's doing. That is going to be pretty comfortably, I think, 2 stage 25 teams smited by a chain gun Tormin. Getting a little heal, a tiny heal. It's fine. Asala's literally doing nothing here. Get the reduced cooldown. Obviously, things like War Master procs doing a lot of damage as well on the boss. Yeah. These two in the right-hand side have basically made this run worse. Tormund's high damage has made this run worse as well, but there you go. But we're like, considering we're like Spider 25 hard, it's literally a joke to us. It's like, just when will I be done? That's all we want to know. Let's take it into Dragon. Yeah, let's go with 25 team. Tormund doesn't care about affinities. Being a void. Drop the freeze, drop the burn. Juice the cooldown, go again. And then we start some A1 spamming. So I guess 2 other areas that we should look at this. I don't know if... I mean, it will work in the arena. I just need to be in a better type of speed tune. Tormin in this type of build is actually a great trap in the arena of just being your damage dealer. So maybe we'll have a look at that. But we will take a quick look at a Doom Tower hard wave. Because this is probably... Doom Tower hard waves is probably where you're most likely to actually use this strat legitimately. Like, in terms of it being a better replacement from everything else that you do. You get the idea. You get the idea. It's a shame you can't freeze bosses because it would be absolutely obscene. But look how easy we're just kind of like plowing through all of the level 25 stuff. So, look, let's move on. God, crushed him with 209k. Let's check out Doom Tower hard before we jump into the final type of arena check. Where shall we go? What wave? What wave? Is this even going to work? High level stuff. So many enemies that do things like provokes and that it makes it very tough. This was the original team. Maybe we'll go with this. This was the original team comp that I'd planned. The double freeze, double burn. So maybe we'll try this and add like an extra layer of control. Interestingly, we didn't get many freezes there. So they must have actually higher attack than defense. High defense on some of these enemies, but still, there's enough where we've got a burn and a freeze away with Creodan in there as well. That Tormin starts to get his A1 off, and then there's no chance. There's no chance for you fellas once that's going off. Notice I put Soul Reap on him there. It's only level 1, but sometimes comes in pretty clutch. We get our abilities away again. There's the freezes. There's the burns. After that, you're in trouble. The double hit, even without drop defense and weaken, getting a nice 50k off. Just trying to cycle back to those abilities. Freezes out there, burns out there. It's just such a comfy ride. We're like that. Ooh, who's coming at us? Who's trying to have a turn right now? And honestly, if you don't have like one of these cool seer comps for high-level Doomtail waves, this is one of the best ways to try and deal with it. Because high-level Doom Tower stuff is extremely challenging if you don't have certain champs. And this type of like constant control, constant damage, machine gun Tormin is actually one of the best ways to deal with it. Slow and steady, but oh, the 5 reaps. We love it. We love it. So look, this is kind of fun. Let's check out a more realistic team for the arena. So I guess we'll just show you something a little bit different, a little bit more disgusting. If they're faster than me, I've got a good chance to freeze them. So I've still got over 200 accuracy on my Tormin. But I think I'm probably faster. So the idea here is I go fast, lock out the enemy, increase my defense, and then nuke them down. Right? That's the type of vibe. And if that's not working, then, well, we've got good survivability anyway. But that's the type of vibe on this team. The other option is to go with like a go second team. And you're much slower. Tormin's got a chance to freeze them before as they do in their stuff. And you see the freeze there. He got a buff. By the way, mate, you've got no chance because you're frozen. And obviously, we'll just come in there and finish the job anyway. I mean, it's on auto here. No, it's come away. Like, if Tormin was using his brain, he could have just removed that unkillable with his A2. Let's try against a tanky boy team. I mean, it's just like he does a lot of damage. In the arena, he's a really good defensive option because the A3 hits very hard. The A2 hits pretty hard as well. And even if you've got someone like a Duchess here, like he can come in there and do a lot of work. Even someone as tanky as this. And obviously, if Duchess then... I guess Duchess is a bit more annoying because she puts block debuffs out there, but... Or block buffs out there, sorry. No, block debuffs. But... that's kind of like the only counter to him doing his freezes. If she puts a load of buffs out, you know, that's the kind of like Tormin bread and butter enemy. Let me change it up and go with... I'm just going to get nukes here. I might just get nukes, but let's remove the speed and go slow. Maybe like slow and tanky. I'm trying to think who's actually built here. So... going to end up being like the usual recruits. Who put in a second team, but you don't really want 2 nukers. I mean, having someone like a Rotus as a second threat, almost like as a diversion. They don't realize you got a damaged Tormin in, and they're trying to take out your Rotus. It's quite fun. Maybe something like this. I don't know. Slow Duchess. Something like this, anyway. So we should go second here. And see that? 3 of their team frozen up. 3 of them. And then at this point, they're like, what the hell just happened? What just happened to me? I thought I was going first. Tormin's like, no. One of your team can take a turn. Other than that, you're getting absolutely put in the dirt. So look. Tormin Showcase, he's a fun champion. Good luck if you are going for him. It's going to be a tough ask, I think. But if you are going for him, good luck. And yeah, enjoy. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.